Yeah, welcome to stream, welcome. We are a little bit late, but had people over, so couldn't exactly get any sooner. Oh, I'm soon to Doki Doki, not Satisfactory. Satisfactory. Done. Done. There you go, all updated. Nice. This is showing it working. Okay. Okay. We're in. That, we got a chat working. Links, auto find, found. Open that. Except it didn't want to listen to me. There you go. Took a fake message. There you go. All done. Okay, welcome to stream. Hello, C. I don't know how on earth, I don't know how I pronounce your name. And welcome back. Good to see you in chat again. Always good to see recurring faces. Always nice, always nice. Okay, I think everything's working. Looks to be cool. You see that? Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to up my game audio a little bit. Game audio, yeah. That's more like it. Now we can hear the wonderful sounds of automation. Which are very good sounds to be hearing. Okay. What was it we wanted to do today? Okay, I think first off we gotta go to continue on our modular frames. I think all we got left to do is to just hook it all up into an output, because I haven't done that. And then I think all we need for the second thing of phase 2 is done then. I don't think, no, we will need that because none of these are hooked up. So let me just go to this. I'm lagging a bit, which is weird. Hey, I just passed phase 2 a few days ago, lol. Nice, congratulations. I'm hoping to pass it today. Whether or not I actually will, I don't know. It shouldn't take me that long, I don't think. Okay, now I've got to work out where on earth is this. So like what, 1, 2 back in there? There was probably like what, 1, 2. Good luck on today. The captain speed of the pass is so slow. Yeah, that they are. My hope is though that I can just negate that by my hope is I can just negate that by just using a lot of crafters. That's the hope. Or I could just farm out a bunch of excuse me, maybe I could also just spam out a bunch of crafters. That wouldn't be that hard to do either. There we go. Because we should make a lot. That'll work. Do you have the production capacity? That is the question. I'm not entirely sure. I do have decent. I think my output is decent. I've got, let me see, modular frames 2 per minute. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. You get 10 modular frames a minute. And now I say that out loud, that really doesn't sound fast at all. Let me find my list. Yeah, that's going to be kind of slow now I think about it. But oh well, what can you do? It's the best I got and the best I'll have to do. But 10 is better than 2. Plus, I would have to build a humongous factory if I want to get it anymore, so. And actually, the biggest limitation I have wouldn't be build, but I can build it easily. The limitation I have is my iron. I wouldn't have enough iron to do it. And everything is so iron in. Everything's so iron heavy. That's my issue. I wouldn't physically have enough. Well, I'm already overclocking iron as is. On, I think, 2 of my I think for 5 hour framework per minute you need 0.5 modular frames per minute and 12 steel beams per minute. Okay, so I will work that out once I get it all down here. Okay, so that would mean for the time being assembler, because it's easier if I can visualize it. We can make 5 of these, which would need 30, 60, 120 steel beams per minute. That's a lot of steel frames per minute. 120. How much do one of these? How much do one of these produce? Oh, steel ingots. No, not that. We need steel constructor. How much do one of these produce? 50. Oh, never mind. The steel's gonna be an issue. That is so inefficient. 15. I would need 2 for each of these, which would be 4. So I need 8 of these. And 8 of that would be... 8 of that would be, let's say, 600... 520... 520... 520... 520... 460... 460 steel... 460 steel, and that would require how much of these? 140, 90, 180, 170, 460. We would need 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 of these. And we don't, well, we simply cannot, we don't actually have the iron for that. That is an insane amount of iron, and coal for that matter. I think we only have conveyors level 1, 2, yeah. We only have Mark 2s coming down. That's 120. The most we can do for these is, what, 2? Yeah, 2. The most we can have are 2 of these, which would make us 45? 90 per minute. Which is enough for one of these. Man, that is so much steel. Okay, steel is the issue. Do you know, of all things I was expecting to be issues, steel was not the thing I was thinking would be a problem. And that's ignoring the oversight here that I don't even know how I craft. Say, yeah, okay. Maybe we're not finishing phase 2 today. Okay, we need to think about a steel factory. If we just say production wise, we'll stick to 2, I reckon. Let me just space these out so we can get a conveyor in. 1, 2 conveyor there. Now these, actually I want them in the center of, like that. Then let me just do something like that. And then we want to put in logistics, put a ladder in here. Yeah, so we're gonna want, we can set up these, alright, but my issue I'm gonna have very quickly is I don't actually have the steel. The steel is going to be an issue. That's just so much steel. I don't know how I'm gonna produce that much steel. Okay, iron. Scan, and then coal scan. And let's see, where is there both coal and iron? You're gonna need more steel anyway. There. 2 coal there. Is that it? Is that all the coal we can get? See, ideally, I don't want to use this coal up here. Because this coal, I want to be kept for my miners. Coal, there's 3 coal up there. I might just have to hook up more of that one. Maybe I can overclock it. How much can one of these transport? How does Mark 3 transport? 270 items per minute. 40, and how much is it? We need 45 each. So was that 270? 270, so that's 90, 190, 180, 270. So that would be what, 6 conveyors worth of. That would be 6 foundries worth of coal for steel. That would work. Although, where do I put my steel refinery then? I guess I could build it down here actually. I don't think we need this room. Yeah, and then I'll kind of keep everything else in this. Excuse me, I'll kind of keep in check for everything else we need. And then we can just build 2 foundries here. So this one lines up here. So let's just put you in, let's say. Yeah, that's what the end. No, let's start on this foundation here. Oops. This foundation here is where stuff begins. And there you go. Okay, maybe we shift these over a bit because they're a bit, things are gonna get a bit tight otherwise. Boundary like that. I can just put a manual. Is that really meant to be that big of a hole there? Yeah, it is. And these are placed backwards. I have this problem. I'm always placing things backwards. There you go. So that's what, 2. We can also have 6 of these. So that's something, I guess. 6 of these. Then like that, like that, like that. There you go. Now we got all these in, and then we can just plop in our logistics here. Up like that. And then like that. Like that. Oh, can we? Oh wait, this might be a problem. Is that gonna let me place them there? I don't think so, right? No, it will. Oh yeah, because these are all 1 level too low anyway. Okay, let me just bring these up. How did I manage that? How did I manage to put them at the wrong level? If only I would manage that. Oh no, don't do that please. Just jump up here. Rid of those. There we go. There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. There you go. Cool. That's the input for 600. So if I get the coal, we can transport that and hook that into this factory, no problem. And then with all that coal, yeah, that would be good. Now the other issue. Iron, 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 iron. We do have the inputs over here. Although I don't remember how much of that we really have. Let me grab these. How many can I make? Yeah, plenty. Ow, I didn't pull out my jetpack. That was a bad idea. Okay, let me just add a sensor on. Okay, let me just come here. Both you there. And you there. Which should tell me your output. See how much is coming in and out. Oh, that's probably not going to tell me because it's not moving, is it? No. So, okay. Because I might potentially be able to split these into one line. Or I can always just extend another line. Yeah, okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Okay, what I need to do. Hey, what's up, Jenny Smith? Hey, welcome. Welcome. How you doing? Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let me go get this iron one sorted first because it seems like iron's going to be the tricky one of the two. If I can get all this iron hooked up, then just need to hook up the coal. And then we should have a sizable output of steel, hopefully. I am doing well. What about you? I am doing well. I'm also doing good, thank you. Thank you. That's it. I'm doing rather good. Just enjoying being back with Satisfactory. And how's your stream going? It is going quite good, I would have to say. I believe it's going very well. But there's only 6. Oh, these aren't even pure. They're not pure. No, these aren't even pure. Oh no, that's problematic. These aren't pure. They're only normals. I also. Oh, okay, so they're not even pure. That's problematic. Mass capacity. Yeah, we're not going to run out of power. By the way, what's the game story? It doesn't really have a story per se. It kind of does. We're basically, we've been sent down to this planet by a company called Fix-It, and we are producing stuff and sending it back to Earth to save all the kittens and puppies and people. But mostly the kittens and puppies. Okay. What do I want to do here? Oh well, so interesting game. It is. The side of the game that gets very interesting is all the actual, like, this stuff. All the building your factory. Okay, I need to come out of here with at least one of these full. So to get one of these full of iron, that's gonna be a fun game. Okay, we are going to need, yeah, I see the factory when I judge this game. It's gonna be crazy for real. Yeah, later on it really does become, well, the more you play, the more crazy the factories get. Actually, let me double check. Am I able to research level 2 factories? Or level 2 miners? If I can get level 2 miners and then power up those as well. Because as it stands, I only got tier 1s. And what, 60? By the way, is this only one player or you're also able to play with your friends? It is also multiplayer. It is multiplayer with up to 4 people. So you can do this with friends. And it does make the game flow a lot faster. Well, yeah, it is very cool. Also, because you can do stuff, if there's 4 of you, you can get through stuff a lot faster. Because, for example, one person can be sorting out the iron, one person sorting out coal, this person then can do copper. And then with you all working together, well, I say together, technically separately, you can really quickly get things going. Okay, let's see. Tier 3? We can also be tier 4. Advanced steel production. Yeah, we can do that. Mark II miner, that's what we want. Automated wiring. That's going to be the next big thing. That there, put that there. Yep. Yes, it's a great... Yeah, it's a great game for passing time with friends, I guess. That it is. Also, a good game for passing time anyway, because there's so much to do. It's insane. Can't figure out how to do that. How can I use a merger? My priority merger. Get. That's the question. Let me see. I'm up here. Why am I up here? Yeah, to grab the steel. Okay, what I'm gonna do actually is just place a conveyor, grab one of those, and just temporarily hook it up. I'm also cool. If paid or made it myself. I made it myself. All made by yours truly. As getting it custom made would cost a fortune. Custom made ones are not cheap. That's brilliant. Ah, thanks. It's just like I didn't want to be spending tons of money on kind of people spend hundreds on a good avatar, and like that's hundreds too much for me. So, you know, I made this when I chuck it together nice and quick. Well, I say quickly. I took time to do it, but it's just a me made one. I love you because I also make models. Oh, cool, good. It's a good pastime. The more you do it, the better you get. Steel pipes. I need steel. Oh, for crying out loud! Please say I have some in storage. Oh, thank goodness I've got some in storage. I don't have to craft any. There you go, launch. Okay, Mark II.
Milestone reached.
The
Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
But, oh, so they predict we're gonna fail. How kind. And do I blame them? No, not really. Okay, steel. Let's now get some pipes. I just want enough pipes to build. I just want enough pipes to go and get some new things. Oh, in case it's just concrete and steel beams, that's not too bad. I also love art. Yeah, I also love art to make, digital, and I also spend my time creatively doing this. Oh, that's a good time to, a good thing to spend your time doing. I spend most of my time, I think, creatively. I do like thumbnails, like all my YouTube thumbnails I do myself, and I also do photography. So that's where my creativity ends, though. Or in painting, I do like doing some model painting. That's a good time. Okay, I need to run all the way back over here so we can. Or do I hook? Nah, I don't want to hook them up over here because we're already massively producing stuff over here. Maybe yeah, we use these iron ones to go up. Maybe if we can even get 2 lots of iron, 2 tier 3 conveyors full, that might be good, because at least then that will also double our steel output, which can I get off coal? That's great. In this generation, all doing junk like clubbing, well, drugs and something else. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, the more I get older, the more and more it's like, it's all people do is like, oh, weekend, yeah, I'm going out drinking, I'm going out clubbing, and there's also other stuff involved with that, and it's like, and that's a good day to you. I really don't understand it myself. To me, it does not sound like a good time whatsoever, but I know I'm not really in the norm. I know I'll say that. Most of the people I'm not interested in that, and I tend to avoid people who are into that because it's not worth it. So, let me see, what's all this doing? Maybe we can just switch these into one, because you're outputting 60 into these 2. And you're producing 16 to these 2. If I just now, let's say, upgrade you to tier 2 as 120, this now needs to be upgraded. And I didn't bring resources with me, of course I didn't. And let's just split you. That. And just unhook up you. And I just want you then to just, no, don't do mark, please. Yeah, that's great. You are doing this for your great future. Yeah, and that. Although I don't really think about that very often. It's not something I think about. You may as well live in the moment. If you always spend your time thinking about what you're going to do in the future, you won't enjoy what you're doing now. Are you kidding me? I'm out of steel plate. Steel plate. Oh. Now this whole steel thing is gonna get very old very quickly. We need to output as much steel as we can. An alternate crafting recipe for steel would be lush. Like a more efficient one would be lovely. There you go. Now I can craft some more of these. But I don't think it'll be enough for, won't be enough for 2 more, but at least that's 1 more. Then yeah, we can just stick this miner here, and now you. By the way, do you want to see my models? I'd love to show you. As much as I appreciate it, I'll have to turn down your offer. I'll have to turn down your offer there. But I wouldn't have any good feedback anyway. Okay, let me up 150. That would then 50. Oh yeah, 180 per minute. 140 per minute. This is starting to use a lot of power. How much is it? 170? 170. So all we need from here now, that's what? 240 plus 30. So all we need to do, how much are you producing? 60. Let me just destroy all this real quick. What we want to do is go for a splitter in front of this thing. Then a merger over here. Like that. Actually no, I did it wrong. This needs to be here. But yeah, thank you for the offer though. Here, no. See, this is why I hate with conveyors. How does that not fit? Oh, it's a curve. That's default. There you go. Default. Look at that. Cool. And then we just hook this and hook this. And we just want to probably just hook this into here. Like that. B20 there. That there. Actually no, we won't do it that way. You can go over this way. Then you come and go in there. Which should now be outputting 360 coal. Because this will this gives me how much coal? 240, and then this gives us 30. This produces what? 60. Now I need to upgrade this to output 90. That 90. So this produces now 90 here, which 30 goes off there. This is 140, so that's 40 plus 30 is 170, which is the max output of one of these. Could I have gotten this done on 2? Maybe. But as I don't have enough steel to make you tier 2. You're tier 2 and you're producing 120, which is pound these. Yeah. This is probably the best I can do over here for now. Because we're only working with normal. They're not pure output, so they're not as efficient. Now this is the expense, because to make more steel, we had to spend steel, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. And now to hook this up all the way back to base. And then we hook this into the factory. And with it all hooked up to the factory, we should... We're all connected to the factory. We then have all these iron we need. A bigger issue I think might be coal. Yeah, I don't think it's worth using tractors for coal. Simply because I don't think we'll get, what, 120, 270 worth doing it. We should also look at automated wiring takes. I imagine that's going to be the next beast. We also got unlocked, what was it, encased beams as well. We've done encased beams and... what's the other one? Encased beams, and we also got iron rods we haven't done either. Yeah, I'm out of steel. Okay, I'm gonna have to go grab some more steel. Yes, encased beams. We also don't make iron pipes, which we probably should. Probably should clean out the inputs as well. That will always be good. I just need to clean up this area entirely. Which is probably what I need to do over... That's probably what I need to do over there. This place is a mess over there. it is very unorganized and everything is everywhere. I need to go get it sorted, I think. And maybe we can output more steel from it. Like, we don't really need all that much hooked up there because it's making basic resources a necessity. We do need it. But at the same time, we should probably think of should probably come up with a solution on how to deal with excess resources. Now this is the issue. The one that needs to go up is on the bottom. Let me think about this. Might have to disconnect it and just reconnect it into one parallel to it. Not there, because that's not that parallel. Well, not parallel. I don't want it going there. Okay, cool. Grab that. Disconnect that. Then grab you and just connect you up like that. Actually, I don't like that. It doesn't look natural. Let me just... like this. Oh, if you see a name tag, by the way, don't worry too much about it. I was showing a friend around. He also plays the game, and I thought I'd show him my factory. Hence why now there's now there's a name. But we didn't do anything off camera. Well, I think I painted some windows, and I think that's about it. Okay, so that's the iron input done. That's the iron input done, which will go straight up to this smelter array. We could probably fit 2 more layers. We can't really stick another... We could probably stick a bunch in there, actually, now I think about it. We don't really need to keep the space clear. So, but I think, do we do that, or do we sort a bigger problem out? Do we sort out steel? Or do we sort out... Okay, I want to try one thing real quick. I want to see if it works. Whether or not it does, I don't know, but it's only going to be a quick thing. I do need to grab more iron rods though. Just so we can kind of fix this whole mess of a thing over here. But again, I don't think that's today's stream job. I say maybe, because if we can get it... Is it just the one iron thing that does all this? Yeah, he does these 3. No, you're not connected to this at all. You come from over here. Yeah, you supply this entire area of iron. Interesting. I couldn't really narrow that down if I wanted to, I don't think. But anyway, I want to just double... I had an idea. I just want to check to see if this idea works. Because what it's meant to be... What I want to build is a system. Let's build over here. I want to build a system that allows... Basically, we can sort overflow. I had an idea with the special thing we have, which is... I need this just as a demonstration. Let's center you in the middle. Like that. Cool. Then we want to put in a merger here. And it wants to output into there. We use Mark IIs. I need to grab some more reinforcement plates in that case. Okay, let me have a look. So you produce that, and I also want to... Then we want the priority merger, which is our newest thing we got. This thing. Priority merger. This way. Except it's only input. Okay, how can we do this? we want it. So if the output of this is coming in, we want the merger to what? How was it? If this is coming in, maybe this one was meant to be the priority merger. So the merger coming in here. No, because it's just going to be this. We can prioritize what? Right inputs. So it'll always prioritize them coming in. So that could just come around like that. Which will prioritize that. But habits would always prioritizes that. But then again, I wouldn't. How would I get it from? Yeah, it wouldn't work, would it? Because this would Nah, see, if this was a splitter, it'd be so much easier. Because how would I? You prioritize what comes in. Yeah, never mind. My idea doesn't work. Okay, back onto the other thing. We now need to go to the coal thing. I need to go get. It should have more. There'll be more coal up there to make more steel. Doesn't mean I'll be manually crafting steel, but oh well. It's a necessary sacrifice. Do I feel like I have an alternate crafting recipe for that? Yeah, I think steel is going to be the big resource we struggle on. Actually, what is the... Let me see, can we make it in here? Automated wiring. 1 SATA and 20 cable. Okay, finally a use for that. SATA. Oh, that is not nice. So we'll need... Actually, that's not too bad. 1 SATA is 33 pipes. That's 15 pipes, 40 wire, makes 1 5 per minute. And then this requires... You know what? Actually, that is really, really easy. That's really not as bad as expecting to be. That's very doable. I can do that easy. I do not need to worry about that whatsoever. With that being the case, I think once the automated wiring shouldn't be too bad. I think the one's going to be bad is this. I think the problematic one is getting the the framings, because simply just due to the sheer amount of steel they use. That's the issue. If it wasn't for such a large amount of steel, not steel, yeah, if it wasn't for such a large quantity of steel that it requires, it wouldn't be all that bad, honestly. Okay, so you don't want to nick any of these because I want those going straight back to the base. This, on the other hand, we will be nicking. Just upgrading this alone should produce me what I need. Although the annoying thing with that, which is the one very big limitation here, we can upgrade them, and I think it's more efficient than overclocking, I believe. I think it's more efficient to upgrade them than it is to overclock them. We'll see in a minute. We'll find out now. We'll check the power consumption. Oh, a bit short. Are you kidding me? There. There you go. All done. Go to that. Then I want to... Anyone here? Have 2 of these. And with that crafted there. Power protection. Mining tier 2. So, one of these requires 5 power. One of these requires 15 power. But yeah, that's more efficient than what we need. Okay, we put one of these in here. Let's go for 170. Maybe 110%. Oh, 10% is too low. We need 6 more. 111. Nope. 102. Nope. 103. Yes, but that's too much. 0.5. Yeah. 120.5, which produces 270. Which now we've got to upgrade all of this conveyor line, which will travel all the way back down to the all the way back down to the factory. Good news would be though, good news for that would be now we could actually quite easily upgrade our power supply. Well, I say quite easily. It would still take quite a bit of time to upgrade, because we would have to... we would have to... yeah, first off, we would need the better... First off, we would need to do... I'm going to actually remove these because we don't want them coming over here anymore. First, we would need to do... what would it? What would it be? What's the first thing we need to do? I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. What were we talking about? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we'd have to... If we wanted to upgrade our power, we would need to we'd need more water. We need to increase the water. We'd also need to... Yeah, actually, let me see. Is there any other quest we can do? While, you know, while we can, because we don't really need to... Because they do take a while to come back down. Let's see. We can go jump pads. That's simple enough. I don't really care about that. Enhanced security should be a good one, actually. Could do that one. Enhanced power. Power storage connects to a grid. Oh, that's new. So we can actually... Okay. And hyper tube. Okay, we can't do those. I might just get this one done and out of the way. Just because it'd be good to get it done. Okay, there you go.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed. Individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
So basically, you can't get us in trouble if you give yourself a concussion and die. Okay, yeah, so all we need to do now is hook this up. Wow, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. You know, I was expecting a bit more trouble, but you know what? I'll take it without the trouble, really. I'm not bothered that it's not been trouble. It's actually quite a pleasant change. Okay, we'll just stick this in here. Let me just maybe build a super tall. What's the tallest one we could put it on? That one. Uncurved. And we can just, let me just climb up this and I'll just parachute over. I really hope we can get a jetpack or something. It'd make our life so much easier if we could get a jetpack. Okay, can I put... Oh yeah, I can, okay. Over here. And I want to then run you here. And then we want to run... See, now this is where the issue becomes an issue, because now... Either two given. I'm going to have to run it up there. I don't really want conveyors clipping, so that's why we're going up. And then we just want it to come back down. And how do we want to split this? Oh, I fell. I need to add railings. I really need to build walls or put railings in place, so I stop doing that. It is a problem. Okay, right here's going to be the input. So, how do we want to do this? As 107. Yeah, I can't really divide that. What? Divided by 2. 170 divided by 2 would be what? Let's make a calculator because my brain's going to get fried otherwise. 172 divided by 3 would be 90 each. 90 can then be divided by 2. Okay, yes, we can do that. No, what? That can't be right. Dealing good. 45. So in that logic, we split it off. So it comes down. So it comes down here, it gets split. Where do we want to split it? Maybe right here. You come down. Like that, okay. Now you will split into... We want one here. Because we want... I got ping too. Oh, not again. Not another direct message. These... Oh, it's a friend request. Okay. So this will then do split this here. That will then be 90. And that will then do these two. Okay, yeah, I got it now. Cool. Now my brain's braining, so I got it. So this is 90. So that can... No, wrong way. Split, we want to split it here. So this split into there. This splits into there. Splits into there. And then this one, we need a Mark 2 to go. Okay, we need to actually bring over these roof tiles by 1. Here. No. Yeah. That and zip. No. This one's default. There you go. Oh, not again! Oh, for goodness sake. That's the second time already. The idea of putting walls in this thing is becoming more and more... It keeps sounding more and more of a... It keeps seeming like a better idea by the second. Because this whole falling down thing is getting kind of old. Put you there. Okay, actually what we could do just to make this a bit more efficient. We can put a splitter right here. We don't need it there. We can put it straight into there. There. Then we can put these in here. These in here. We can get rid of that. One of these then gets split here. Like that. And it has to be a Mark 2. Then you run in here. And you, let's just get you straight like that. And then, you know, one right here. No Mark 3s. We're not building our Mark 3s yet. Because I don't think there's need to. There you go. And now we actually hook these up. Steel. Steel. Also put a power line maybe here. That. Just where exactly? Yeah. What? 1, 2, 3 across from there? Interesting. Do we want one here? there. And then we connect you up here. And then both of these get powered. And then both of these produce steel. And with that, Mark II coming up. We then also need to split it. That. Mark II into there. Mark that into there. That into there. And that's now done. All these done, we now need to hook up the iron input. And obviously I haven't connected it down here yet. Connect that up. And connect that up. Nice, 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 nice. Now, oh, we also need to connect the power down here. This down bomb. Wow, these really zoom. There you go. Then connect here, connect here. You then get connected up. Well, you can't get connected, you're full? What are you full with? Oh yeah, you're busy doing those, aren't you? Put you here. Yeah, you shouldn't be connected to that one. You should be connected to that. Which then allows me to power that. Nice. So all those have power, they're all connected up. We got the coal being produced. Nice, okay. Next thing would be to do the exact same thing but for the iron. Which iron should be coming in from down here. Out of curiosity, how high can I build this thing? We leave that up super tall. That way I can actually, you know, get back up without needing to run. How far can you go up? Not very far at all. What about if I were to get you from here? Oh, not straight, curved. Not very far, it's also into Clyde. Yeah, maybe we keep it like that. But instead we build one of these. A nice lift up. Yeah, I'm gonna need more steel, I think. It looks like I'm running out of steel again. Ugh, you know. The issue of building big things, so you're constantly running out of resources. And honestly, steel is something I could rather, well, running out of steel is something I'd rather not deal with. Okay. And then why did you place it that way? Come on. I wanted, oh, and I fell off. Goodness sake. Let's try this again. There we go. Mark 1, let me know. Up to this level, I think here. There we go. Something like that. Now it's all connected. Nice. So we want something similar here, which is going to be a splitter. In like that. Maybe ideally lined up with this one, I think. What on earth that lined up with? I don't know. It's a merger on one splitter. Something like that. Cool. And again, I want a splitter here. Mark 2 into there. And then Mark 2 into there. And then we do kind of want this one to go around, I think. Let's try this again. Mark 2. Oh, no, that's not on. Mark 2, come out of here. And we want you just to connect up around the corner. Then by here, I want you to just raise yourself up. And then when you're in line with him, go like that. Nope, too far. And then I want, when you're in line with him, get up and then down. There you go. Just so we keep all the conveyors nice and separate. And then we want you to just curve this way in. Like that. And then both these two then will just hook up like that. Actually, that's a bit like that. Conveyor mark 2 in. Make 2 in. There you go. Now we need to run up here. Now we're being up here. Okay, this is again. Oh, where's the second? Okay. This one I think we'll have go continue up. Simply because I think it will be a bit tight for it to get out right there. Split it here. Mark 2 go into there. This Mark 2 then we want to run it straight here and then straight into there. And then also another Mark 2 into there. Which would get both of these the right amount. Then jump up here. Mark 2 there. Nope, that's not correct. We want a splitter in first before we place the Mark 2 in. Now we place the Mark 2 in. Mark 2 that. Mark 2 that. Mark 2 that. There we go. Now all the inputs are done. We can go to these. Well, we don't need all those. We could keep in those. Do we keep those in? May as well, I think. And get some solid leg room to walk on. Okay, now we want to climb up here. And I think we'll start from the top. Let's just... No, I need to go number 10. Here, like that. Okay, so each... okay, this might get too much. So these will do 1490... What's it, what? 390s? So this actually can all go into a Mark 1. A Mark 3, sorry, I mean. So let me do a merger here. Actually, let me do it down here. Actually, I think stand down here might be the wiser way of doing it. There we go. Okay, so we want this all to merge into one merger. I think it's the idea. So let's say the middle is about here. And I want this one. So right there. Right there. This has to be that. These are 90. So they can go on Mark 2s. Then right here. Like that. Like that. Mark 2. Mark 2. Mark 3. That it doesn't have to be that can just be Mark 2. Cool, now with that I need to go hook up the other levels. So first off, let's just get this merger in. Like that, so we want to output here. Mark 2 into there, Mark 2 into there. That. Oopsie, the place the wrong way. I think I may have placed a splitter, not a merger. That's problematic, but it's fine. Nothing I can't fix. Oh, I need to actually hook you up here. That. There you go. Invalid, yeah. Invalid shape, so we just need to do a splitter trick here. Do a splitter trick, which is like this, and like this. Cool. Splitter trick done. Jump over here. I think right here is the right place to do it. No, splitter and merger here. Then we also want to put a splitter here. That's right. Yeah, that one sticks out by one as well. Cool. And then Mark 2 that. Technically these could be Mark 1s, but I got plenty of reinforced plates, so it's not really an issue. And now all these now all to be outputting the glorious one of these full. Good to know. So now we are outputting 420. Wait a minute. 220, 90, 18. Yeah, okay, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna have to add up. One of these requires. Oh no, we gotta now get crafting done. Oh. I produced it onto one, but I don't think that was a smart idea. Because we need to turn them into beams. 60. Oh, what's actually going to be the best way? Yeah, I just did all this, but I think I'm going to have to dismantle it all. Yep, okay. Never mind. This was a smart idea until I forgot what I was doing. We don't actually need them merged into one line. If anything, that's detriment. Is it? Is it? Oh, it's too late now. I destroyed it, didn't I? Yeah. Because what? 90... Yeah. What we want to do... Let me put logistics on 1. We want to merge them and then split them. Because we need to get this correct, yeah. So, place you there. There's a Mark 1 into you, a Mark 1 into you. This should now be more than enough. Technically that won't be constantly producing because that's 40 to 60s. That then comes to 90. Which means we then need to split it into... Then we need to split that into a 4 into 3s. What's the best way of doing it? Would it be to put it in here? Horizontally this way? Or this way or this way? Because I have to output... Well, actually this was better because it's going to go over there. So we then put... Done there. And 1 into there. Which now means this is a 60 output. And this is a 30 output. This can then connect up with another one. This will be fine to run into a constructor, which I think we'll put a constructor line in. Where should we put a constructor line? Over here, I think, because it's going to power these. So a constructor line in here would make the most sense. Where do we usually start them? Here. Like that. And this also give us plenty of room. How many can we make? That's 2. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 90, 90, and 90. So we can get these 2 done, and I'll produce. This will produce 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we combine those 2? Okay, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll be accessing 30 steel, which we might be able to use. Oh, iron rods also. 100 for 25. That doesn't seem good. 30 for 20. Yeah, that seems like the much better alternative. Steel definitely seems better there. How much did you use? Status 15 per minute. Okay, we'll have an extra 5 left over. That has no problem. Okay, cool. I'll ignore that for now. So in the meantime, I want how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 constructors. 4 we want. Put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will produce all 4. Construct. Now we're gonna climb up these and place them in. That. And I want the logistics. There you go. And there. Now we output each of those into here. Oh, let me just stop. Oh, bugger. There you go. Okay. Then we power this. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. That there. And put that there. There you go. There you go. Oops, didn't mean to build a lamppost. There you go. I'll have to connect that one up when I go down there. Steel beams. Steel beams. Steel beams. Oh, I didn't connect up this one. Nor do I think we connect that. There you go. Okay, now that all those are connected, you also need to be put on steel beams. With that now being the case, we can now get still a Mark 1 here. I think maybe up against this wall. And then we want to place that in there. And that's the first of many done. Next one we need to get in place is the second floor story. I think we just have you go up in the conveyor. A Mark 1 conveyor up there. And I've got to get up there now. How do I get up here? That's how I get up. Okay, cool. And we do the same thing up here. We remove this. Don't go to that, please. I think I'll just expand this out just to give myself a little bit more breathing room. Okay, cool. And we go back to number 1. Okay. Like that. The first step, merge them together. First step, merge them together. Second, that's not centered. That's going to annoy me. That's a... There we go. This is center. That's the merger. This... That's a splitter, not a merger. There we go. Connect you there. Connect you there. Then we want a splitter. That. Then we want a merger here. Like that. Ah, that's an issue. That is a tad close. Okay, I'm gonna have to change up this a little bit because we don't have the room. Okay, we've got the merger here. Like that. And then a splitter. That's now a merger. Come on, you have one job. Splitter goes there. So this one has to be a tier 2. Then merger here. And with a merger there, we want to connect you there, you there. You can be a tier 1 because it doesn't really matter. But all you're going to be doing... Too sharp, okay, that's fine. Like that, and then connecting there. That's all that needs. May as well actually place in the floors here. It really wouldn't hurt to have them in here. Like that, cool. And now we also have 30 out here. And 30 here. Which can then be used to craft another one, right? They can also be used to supply another machine. But which machine would be best suited for that to go to? Yeah, we can have it. We'll have it merge there, come around here, and then up here, and they can do the top one. Okay, so I want merger. Ah, actually, how is this gonna move? Why is this one so much further out compared to the rest? Oh, did I build? Oh, I think I built the one up there a little bit too far in, I think. Yeah, okay, I placed a little too far. Let me just scrap all this again. Luckily, it won't take me that long to build. I just need to position it right. Okay, merger. That's a splitter, you idiot. Merger. Like this. Comes up there. Splitter. There you go, now it hooks up. Splitter like that. One into there. And one merger here. Into there. That connects to that. That connects to that. That connects to that. And also this one connects there. This runs into there. This runs into there. This runs into there. Which then comes out. And I think better for a curved one here. And then we want it to go, maybe let's say here, let's say, and we connect it up like that. Cool. There we go. And these actually connect. Yeah, that looks nicely. It's not clipping, which is the main thing. But if something goes wrong, having your conveyors neatly organized makes it so much easier to track down the problem than dealing with the sketchy junctions. Then this one, this just goes all the way up to the top. that. This one now we need to rebuild this machine here. Merger. Here. I want to build more floors here, just so I can better have a look. That into there. Again, I built a splitter, not a merger, for goodness sake. Merger there, like that, like that. Then we want to merge them into one. It comes out sideways. Then this splits everything. No, that splits, and then we want you to merge it. Merge it there. No, because I've got two mergers. That's supposed to be a splitter. If I could remember this stuff, it'd be so much better. There you go. Split that into here, split that into here. Down into here, and you up to wherever. Because we need to produce you for something. Now all this. Want it straight. That, cool. And with that, we now need to go up one more floor. Now this conveyor just comes up here, into that, and it merges that. Cool. These are all producing now. That they are. Okay, now that produces 15, 30, only 30, 45. Saying that we only need 30. We'll keep one extra producing anyway, because it's good just for resources, I guess. But the hope of getting two up and running there is probably a bit hopeful. Is it? Oh my, well, no. 15, oh no, no, never mind, I'm an idiot. I'm quite a big idiot, actually. It was working, I just forgot I just can't count. Okay, put that there. And what I want to do is now combine the output of these into mergers. There you go. 30. Like that. Then we want to just hook it like this. Oh, I've done it again. Why? No, no, I didn't. Oh, I've just done it again. It was right. I just had it. This goes into a merger. And this merger goes into there. That into there. That into there. I just cannot. There you go. Now we need to go up a floor. I can't get up the floor that way now. And I want to place you like that. That into like that. Okay, now we need this floor. This floor assembler. The lines are cool. This is a bit awkward though. Let me just maybe move that here. Yeah, that'll do. Just because it gives a little bit more room for these stuff to get in. We could probably just connect this one up. We don't really need to. Yeah, that wouldn't help though. There you go. you would probably want to connect this one up like this. That, and we want to make it versatile framing. And with that, we want to then get up another floor. Like that. With a merger. Put on there. Which hooks up to that. Straight that. Then put that there. 7, that there. Connect that up here. And hopefully now, with that connected up, we can output this straight down into that. Cool. This now means all of these are officially connected. And with very little trouble at that. Very little indeed. Okay, we'll just connect this up here. Do it like that. Cool. Now we just need to output this. How much do we have of these? 2. So all we need, I guess really we can just hook it up straight from this, really, can't we? We don't exactly need to have it go in there. I don't need to have the perfect amount. This will overload it. Should we just do it for niceties? Yeah, we will do it for niceties. There you go, splitter. There we go. That's into there. That's into there. Run this over here. And put that in here. Then put that in here. That. Wait a minute. That should, no, it's fine. What? Yeah, it's fine. Perfectly fine. I'm just overthinking. I'm thinking something's gonna happen when it isn't. There you go. That connects up here, which that means 2.5, right? Yeah, 2.5 here, 2.5 up here, and then and where did that come out? That is like that, and like that, and then these one come. Well, I just want to get split in here. That. Place that there. Like that. And then you can just have the output there. Get that there. Like that. Organization here. Like that. Nice. We are now producing them at the rate of 10 per minute, which means that's 10 minutes we'll have 50. No, 10 minutes we'd have 100. 100 minutes we'd have 1,000. 100 minutes is an hour 40. It's actually the end of the stream. If we stream to 12 o'clock, that is. I forgot that. I need to make sure that next time. I need to get that because it's definitely. Yeah, okay, I got, as someone in my Discord rightfully pointed out, I said 9 p.m. although I didn't specify what, like I didn't specify the time zone, so 9 p.m. their 9 p.m. is different to my 9 p.m. So yeah, I'll make sure from now on, each stream I'm gonna, every notification I'll make sure to keep mental note of that. Because that's quite a valid point. 9 p.m. for someone else could be very different to 9 p.m. for me. But, you know, I didn't even cross. I know about time zones and I'm well aware of time zones, but for some reason it didn't really occur to me when I said it. It didn't really occur to me that yeah, that's going to be different for everyone. Whoops. I'll have to be more mindful of that next time. I think we can get rid of these as well. How about that? How's that looking? Yeah, that's working nicely. Honestly, I will say that this is all clean. The very not so clean bits, the inputs. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean up inputs eventually, I think. I will say the issue with this staircase here is a bit in the way. If I go with the staircase in the middle, maybe. We can expand the factory out, put them in the middle. You know what though, this place is looking amazing. Look at that. Look at those factories. Yeah, so you go down here, we've got, I put those windows in and painted it. It matches in very nicely there. Maybe. Oh, yeah, that's. Yeah. I was like, I'm falling. Why am I falling? But of course I'm falling. Let me actually build these pillar things in here. Zoop. Zoop it up like that. Zoop it up like that. It's meant to be a decorative thing. I think it kind of looks decorative. You know, adds a bit of depth to the building. We could also then stick what? In the opposite corner would be, move that. Would be right there. And like there. Then we can go zoop. How's that look? Oh wait, that's a different tech. Oh, why is that a different texture? That's interesting. That's a different texture. I think I prefer it. So how would I do that? Oh, because it's like that. You see, it's given size, isn't it? So is that the right side? Yes, it is. Nice. We want the greatest side pointing outwards. Nice. Okay, that kind of makes it look nice. Then what we want to do, I think, because then that leaves nice corners then for the factory inputs, which will go in the corners, I think. There we go. There we go. Then obviously we want a ramp in there. We don't have anything coming in from this direction, nor do I think we ever will. They were saying that there is room for inputs there. Because do we have inputs there? Or do we put the inputs... How do we just glass it up? I got some of these walls like this. Like that. I say it looks quite nice. You literally cannot tell it's there. I like this as a sound effect for your headbutt the glass. Something like that. Or would it be better for like a catacombed? Or catacombed glass look nicer. Yeah, I do like the aesthetic of having that like that, but maybe some texture would be good. Maybe we do something like this. That's that one done. Let's get that one, go to 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 that one, get rid of that one. And with them now gone, everyone in between. Do something like that. You know, I do think that looks a lot. How does that look? Back up a bit. Yeah, actually, it looks a lot nicer because it actually shows that there's actually something there, which from far away you couldn't tell otherwise. Let's do that here, and then we can always stick in, because this is the front side. Other than a few rare exceptions, we shouldn't have that much coming in from this point. There we go. Now that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Maybe we do the same. Well, actually, no, we can't exactly do the same on this corner. This is where the organization part comes in. We probably want... Yeah, that was a... For a minute then, I thought I was going crazy. I forgot my friend logged out there. I was like, why do I see a person? But obviously, yeah, that's because my mate logged out there. Oh, I was going schizophrenic. I was like, wait a minute. Why is there someone here? Okay, what's going to be the best way to do it? I know we can actually, if I go over to the sink, we can actually buy special hole-in-the-wall like wall pieces. Maybe that might work. Let's see. Shop, let's have a look. Walls. Conveyor walls. Do we want conveyor walls? I don't know about that. Conveyor walls. Is that really what we want? Conveyor walls? Well, is that really what I want? And how would that look? I don't know. Is there foundations? Those I wouldn't mind, but I only have 8 tickets, so I want to be mindful. Add shopping cart. Just for the time being. Let's grab that to shop. Well, that's a 5 one. I don't know if I want that. That's way too expensive. Management. Conveyor wall hole. Oh, I can actually just build them? Okay, I do like the idea of that. Power outlets, organization, customizer foundation walls, architecture. Personal elevator, catwalks, metal pillar, concrete pillar. Fixed roof, frame pillars, railings, expansive beams, structural frame set, inverted frame, wall frame, structural beams. Maybe that. So what we got? This worth 10. We can get rid of that. Inverted wall isn't that important. Let's try to get those two.
Thank you for your purchase in the Fix It Awesome shop, the best store on the planet.
And only store. It's the best because it's the only option. And if you dare say anything bad about it, well, you won't be working tomorrow. You'd be fired. We need to find a nice way to... Maybe we can... Architecture, yeah. Maybe because this is a entry point, we can do something like that. Paint it in a nice grey to match with everything else. Then we can think about adding logistics, conveyor wall. Annoyingly, this doesn't line up, so we might have to do something like that. How would that work out coming through here? Well, it doesn't not work. That's something. It doesn't matter. These are disconnected for the time being. They don't need to match up perfectly. They inside they don't need to be perfect. They just need to look alright outside. Or maybe we disconnect both of those. Maybe we go for a nicer, more natural look. That Mark one's right, yeah. Maybe we just have a conveyor in the wall here and here. With a what do you call it? Let's build walls all the way up. Just by where the point of where we want them entering. We want them entering where? Here we go to that. Put those down. There maybe? Okay, so if I dismantle you, and we were to put that to here, conveyor mark 1, then we come right down into that, except we can't come right down into that. Could actually do something like that, just have these connect up manually. Not there. Then we can remove this. Don't remove that because that would knock out the power. And then we have, go to that, go to that. Mark on conveyor, go curve into there. Like curve into there. How does that look? Looks alright, I suppose. Can we just well, go to those. And then we just connect conveyors up here. Like that, and like that. How does that look? Does it look better? Guess it kind of does. Doesn't look worse. Rather or not. Maybe then we have the grey backdrop behind it until the conveyors fade. Like maybe like there. But then also, we do then in that case also have you going all the way up there. Actually, no, you could probably go inside, couldn't you? If we were to put a wall there. And then we just place a hole in the wall. Nope, don't do that, please. You could place a hole in the wall right there. And then that hole in the wall will lead into another hole in the wall up there. Like that. Oh yeah, that would work. Although I do need to be much more on getting this one hooked up, because that one is for the one of the more important crafting things. Maybe we actually don't have doorways on the bottom. That way we can actually get in and out easier. Getting in and out is kind of important. There we go. And where's the input? The input's going to be over here. Very quickly now I want to dismantle you. And mark 2 of that. Then mark 2 this back up. It all connects back up. Like that. And then I want to mark. Then we'll disconnect you. Oh, I'm gonna kill him, aren't I? Yeah, he's in the way. Eh. Oh! You know, I did plan on killing him, and that's not what shocked me. What shocked me is how quickly he died. And actually, maybe... Oh, we can do that for these as well. We actually remove these. Don't remove them just yet, actually. I want to be able to know where to place them from the other side. Except that doesn't tell me where they are. Okay, cool. Okay, I want you to place them directly behind. Like that, I think. I think that's a fair judge to see where they go. So go to those. Get rid of those. Now we can get rid of that one. Put them in there. Get rid of these. And then have mark 1 into there. And mark 1 into there. And actually then we can actually remove these into here. And they can go back to normal. Wall is basic there. We paint that. Cool. Yeah, okay, nice. And then this can come. These can come logistics. Mark 1 conveyors. They can go there. And then we can keep the wall. Is it honeycomb? That would be single pane. And then that would be the honeycomb pane. Honeycomb, plain, honeycomb. I want steel. Okay, lovely. Actually, I should probably, thinking about it, hook up the second bunch. There you go. Just keep doing this till it gets all the way up. You know, there's a better way of doing this. Number 9, number 8, number 8. Oh, I guess O works too. Keep going, keep doing this. Like this. That, and like that. I believe that should be the top right there, yeah. Move you just to the same height. And actually those connection there point, now that looks a lot nicer. It looks like a lot better, and I agree there as that works quite well. I wonder, would adding something like that be an idea, or is that a bad idea? Yeah, I don't like that. That's not a good idea. Maybe architecture, small concrete pillar. No, again, that's quite a big concrete pillar. That's a good idea, but again, yeah, it's the same issue there. Yep, no, let's not do that. Ah, that's cool and nice. Let's back up here. Yeah, because now this is actually looking more factory-esque. Which it should be, because it is a factory. And here we've got the line of those, which I guess we could do around the back thing quite easily. I know this is not really, you know, this isn't exactly what you call it, your classical factory work, but it is kind of important. Well, to me it's important because I like things looking nice. Zoop. Okay, we're going to zoop this back. Then obviously we do have that there. Which is another thing we'll have to deal with eventually. I think for the time being we don't have to worry about that. How do we want to decorate that actually? Because it's not really... Something like that. Along with this. Do we have the concrete wall? Yeah, I do. Like that, maybe? No, actually, I think if anything, it should be the other way around. So, 2, 3, 4 there. With maybe... cross frame there. I got an hour and 30 minutes before. Got to go to class. Decided to stop by. Hey, nice. Thank you for stopping by. That's greatly appreciated. We are currently now doing some nice we're doing some decoration. We're making the factory look a bit nicer. How's your day going so far? And this should be 7. Like that. And then you... Good. Hey, that's good. Can't beat a good day. And then we want this. And then we're going to want to slide this all the way over here. And I also want to paint it. Because I don't want it grey. I don't want it orange. There we go. And now this works. Although my class doesn't start in a few hours. The hours I just said I'm gonna although my class doesn't start in a few hours, I just like going early. That's why I said an hour 30. Up fair, being early is always a good thing. Can't be late if you're early. Nope, that's very fair. Being early is always a good thing. Looks good as well. Plus, you never know. Maybe something might happen on the way there, and you need that extra 30 minutes. You never know. Anyway, have you been? I've been good, thanks. Busy day. Another day in college, but other than that, it's been a good one. Nothing too bad happened. More homework, but you know. This not the end of the world. Am I a fan of homework? No, not really, but at the same time, it is kind of important, so I try not to complain too much about it. Plus, the homework is quite easy, and we don't really need rush about it. There's no rush to get it done, so it's not too bad. Okay, that works nicely. Just a little box at the back there with the sink in it. Oh, we should actually build the pillar thing back here as well. The pillar thing being... Let me get it down to vertical. The pillar thing being... Let's go to that. Pillar thing being this. Zoop. Oh, no. What's zoop? Vertical zoop. And zoop. Like that. That's the vertical thing. That's the wrong way around though. Like that. And all of those the wrong way around. Hopefully that's the right way around now. I think it is. Yep, they are cool. Concreted. There we go. It is a start. It's nowhere near been done yet, but you know, it's a start, and that's the main thing. We're starting on it, and it's something that needs doing. We'll keep like doing bits on it every now and then. We'll improve it. We'll put this in. We'll put that in. You know, just slowly build stuff as we have been doing, because this factory has been quite the thing to build. Now, if I place it right, we should see the inner plates there. Nope, that's the wrong way. But realistically, we should see our perfectly lined up plates like here. Is that right? It should be right. It should be... Yeah, there you go. Then we place all these into these. Paint all that like that. Cool. What we need to do now is do it for this one. No, this one here. And then do it again. I really hope that's the right way. I honestly can't tell. Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, then we put this in. And I think now with that... Yes, there we go. Our factory is starting to look like an actual factory. Our inputs are looking nice. Obviously, our next thing we need to do is to get these inputs looking nicer. Obviously, that's going to be easier said than done. But, because we'll have to probably reshuffle this line. Because I have this top line, this bottom line, which is bringing in items, is going up, yet the top line is going down. So, it's a bit backwards, but you know, it works. So this needs cleaning up, the entrance into the factory. This bit back here looks alright. Right here could do with cleaning up. Oh no, this open setup like this, I don't mind leaving it like that. The coal coming in honestly doesn't need that much cleanup. We just got to make the entrance a bit nicer. Same with that, make the entrance in here a bit nicer. Yeah, okay. Do we have enough power to use the factory? Yes, we do. Everything here is now running, except yeah, everything here is running. Cool. yeah, and we are now creating two of the 3 things we need. We're creating smart plating, which we've actually got enough of, and we are now creating, if I went up here, we are now also creating these. Although I think it'll take us something like an hour 40, which if I remember correctly means we'll be done at like 12:30, I think. Better gun? No, we don't have a better gun, sadly. We can get we can make better ammo, but not a better gun as far as I'm aware. And also, this is what I'm really happy about. It's this. This is all. These entry points, because now it looks so much cleaner. Granted, saying that over here doesn't look very clean. Over here, it's just a jumbled mess of everything. But it's so much cleaner. It just plugs into the side of the factory. And then, obviously, then conveyors back here and take them where they need to go. Okay, what? Oh yeah, I also shot my friend. So he's now there. Oh, that's what I want to do. I need to hook up. I need to run all the way back up there. I need to go hook up. Lol, okay. Yeah, he was getting in the... Well, my friend also plays the game. And I thought I'd give him a tour. A tour of my factory. And he logged out on a conveyor line. But the issue is the conveyor line I needed to move. And he was in the way, so I did the only logical thing and shot him in the face. Fun fact, a shot to the face with a rebar gun is an instant kill. So fun fact there. Or not so fun depending on who you are. That's yeah. You know, a very understandable reason to commit murder. But he's fine now. He just had a nap and now he's back alive somehow. So there shouldn't be any permanent damage. Hopefully. And if so, I won't know about it. You know, a bit of rebar sticking out the face isn't too bad. Let me just stick this in. Like this, and just get this. Default, put that in there. Then we just give it that again. Drop down. Drop down. Yeah, exactly. Just a nice little nap. Then what we can do is organization. There we go. And just connect up like that. It's no excess. We are producing excess steel, so we'll just put it in there for now. Let the steel build up. Cool. And yeah, okay, that's done. What should I do next? I guess I could clean these up and just add these corners in. I don't really want to do that. That's not very fun. What should we do? That is the question. What should we do? I guess we could think of building the 3rd floor. Yeah, but if I'm building the 3rd floor, I really should clean up. I should really clean up. Well, this down here is quite clean, actually. Granted, I'm probably going to get rid of this machine eventually. But they're saying that there's a backlog of these going into... The backlog? There shouldn't be a backlog, right? Aha, that's why there's a backlog. You're not crafting. Because you're missing items. Why are you missing items? You should be getting items. Except none of you are getting items. Why aren't you guys getting items? This comes into here, then it goes up here. You know what? I'm lost. You make items. It goes down there. You make items. It goes up here, which goes into here, which splits into this one and this one. You're making items. You're making items. 2. BRB. Yeah, I'm also gonna BRB. I need to go make a cup of tea. Why are you not producing? That's weird. I am back. I am back with a cup of tea. Though I will say something's not working. What that something? Let's see. Yeah, I was not getting rods. This comes in from this one. Now look at it, you also don't seem to be doing anything. You're not getting rods either. You're not getting actually, this should be inputting here. And you should be inputting from here. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on? There you go. You produce 15 I mean. This produces 15 iron rods, it then switched, goes into here, and you output what? 12 per minute. 12, 24, 38, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. You produce 15, 30. Oh yeah, no wonder I don't have enough. We're not only producing half water. Guess who's back again? Ice King Tazza. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, we are only producing half as much as we should be. Okay. You know what? I'm just ignore that. That's a future me problem. It's doing what I want to be. It's doing what I wanted to, so I'm gonna ignore it. Because if I ignore it, my problems will disappear. Okay. Actually, I got a choice for you, Ice King. As you're the one in chat at the moment, I've got a question for you. Which tech tree should we go down? Should we go down Fool's Gold, or should we go down Fool's Gold? Or where's the other one? We got Fool's Gold or Sam, or the Sam, or we go mine Sam, which is like alien fluctuator. But I don't know what Sam stands for. What does Sam stands for? Let me search this up. What is? Let's see. Satis. Yeah. So do you want? What one should we focus on? Sam or the false gold? Which one do you think? I'll let you choose, because we can do both of them relatively. Samuel I. Jackson. Samuel, okay. Okay, we're gonna do Sam. There's Sam. Stand. Oh. Okay, we'll see what this leads us. Sam, which stands for strange alien matter. You know, I was thinking, you know, a little bit. I was thinking, you know, something a bit more than that, but I guess that's all right. Strange alien matter. You know, of all things, that was not the thing I was expecting it to be. Do we build Sam into our big factory here? Do we add Sam as an addition to the factory? You know what? Do we do Sam justice? Or do we not? Also, do I go for tier 2 miner or tier 1 miner? I think we go tier 1 miner to begin with. Let's go, okay, let's go hook him up. So what's going to be the better way of doing it? You know, we do have the elevator there. The great elevator. I think what we might do, what I might do to be more specific, is replace it. See, how big of a line would that have to be? I'll be insanely tall, actually. Oh, I need to get more resources, actually. I'm about to run out of literally everything. Okay, so if we... Yeah. Okay, cool. I know what I'm going to do. What we need to do is go grab concrete. With concrete, I think concrete, metal plates, and iron rods. That'll do. And then with that, or does Sam go into a separate building? Do we put Sam into a separate building just for generic resources? Well, is Sam generic? That's the question. Well, yeah, I would class it as so, I believe. I think that's the right classification. So what am I so full of? Oh, I've got like a... Okay, let me go dump off my inventory. I got like a bunch of iron ore on me, which I really don't need. So let's go chuck it in the sink. Let's chuck... we don't need all these screws on me. Don't need silicone. Iron ore can go in there. Iron ore can go in there. Iron ore, iron ore. Steel will keep. Iron ore. More iron ingots. That can go in there. I guess better. Cool. Clean up my inventory. Okay. So all I need to do now is grab some iron plates. Which, again, the reason I want to get so low, because this is... I need to just rip everything up here eventually and just get it all looking nicer. Because at the moment everything is everywhere. Is it worth actually doing a big... That's going to be astronomical, because what? That is like easily how many tall? You know, if I were to build a conveyor line like this to go down it, that's going to be insanely big. I can at least build one up there to use as a ladder, but I don't think it's worth... building a one line all the way up. Because that's just humongous. That is just humongous. We don't want that, I don't think. Let me just know. Let's see how much that's 11. You just build 9 just so we get it nice. 9, that's 20. 30. 40. I'll have to climb up there now. This is already 40 tall. It's 40 tall already. I think I'd have to do what? What's the steepest I could come down at? Like 50. I don't know even this tall to be. 60. 70. So 60. 69 it would be. Get up here, the conveyor up here. 68. 68 convey those tall. That would make... Actually, that would be very satisfying, actually. You know, I know I said I don't want to do it. But it would look very satisfying if I did do it. See, I can't build it down. I can build it up, but I can't build it down. Okay, let me see. If I were to... Let me just grab a wall here. Okay, because this is the first hurdle, because we're building Sam. This will be the first hurdle because we do need to get it down the cliff. If I just build this like here. Now with that, I can use it as a point of reference. I can use it as a point of reference down here. Because we'd have one right there. So let's just say we want one right here. I think that's a good first judge. 30, 40, 50. Let me see. Could we connect this up? And also, how steep is too steep and how steep can we get? But this shouldn't be too far away. These are quite close together, all things considered. Okay. No, TFP, please. I don't want to upgrade it. I want to grab that. Lays in the way. Yep, I can see that. Okay, how far down can we go? Too steep, too steep, too steep, too steep. Straight curve, too steep. So what's that? 1. Okay. It's about that distance is for 10. So if we were to drop back down again. Pull a parachute. And let's just grab this again, stackable conveyor. Let's say maybe we move this one further away. Then in theory this one only needs to be 50 or even 40 because the last one was 50. If you can I reach it from here? No, I cannot. I want to climb up here. Come on, up we get, up we get. All the way up, I climb. Climb me, climb me, climb. All the way up we go. There you go. Grab that. Where does that end? Can I see? No, I can't. There you go. So we would need it probably a bit closer. That's too far. Okay, so it seems like 10 at a time is probably... Ow. How am I alive? How on earth am I still alive? I should really be dead. I think, was it here? I think it wanted it. I should be dead. By all accounts, I should be very dead. Well, I guess I'm living today. Zoop. Zoop. I think that's it. Is it? Oh, some left there. And we can get rid of these ones. Cool. I guess I got very lucky, which is unusual for me. Luck is usually not on my side. Usually I'm not the lucky kind of person. I'm usually quite the opposite of lucky. I'm very unlucky. Okay. Now let's rub that. Are you kidding me? Too steep as well. Okay, well, I guess I'm dismantling this. There you go. I'll drop this and there you go. Like that, like that. That. And like that. And all the way back up we go. You know, this up and down, this... I know I don't need to do this, and I could literally just use the down elevators. This is so much cooler. That's too steep. Good to know. Let me put this on 0. I don't really need that on me at the moment. How about now? Is that still too steep? Yep, still too deep. And again. Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't send me flying off to my death. Still too steep. How about no? Still too steep. How about no? Still too steep. Be able to maybe on the other one too steep. Still too steep. Cool. Again. In favor, still too steep. Conveyor too steep. Okay. Why? Okay, how come we had such a decent there? How come there was so much of more of a decent... No, actually not, that is more of a drop actually. So how many more times do you reckon we need to do that as well? Another one... Quite a few times actually. The question is, can I build the next lot from up here? Well, that is terrifying. Here, I would say yes, we can. I think right there, I think will do. Build it up again. Build it up again. And build it up again. Okay. What I need to do actually is just... Oh, no, 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 gob. Like that. Okay, this is what... this is a better way of doing it. I can keep doing it like this. That is terrifying. Have expected to kick me off. Over here. And here. And then here. And I'm out of... what's that? And what's... how many can I build before I run out? No, it's our plates. There. Jump off here, go up onto that, go up onto you. You know, doesn't fit. Need to go get some more iron plates. We're actually getting there, that's not too bad. Yeah, I need to come up like a few more. And once that's done, we can get rid of the elevator. And plus, this will be more efficient for multiple items. And over here we go. I should probably go a bunch. How much concrete? I've got plenty of concrete left. What I need to grab is a bunch of you. I think I'll grab a bunch more of this as well, because I think they're running a bit low. I don't want to run out again. Concrete we have over 1,000, so I'm fine with that. How does that look? That looks amazing. Yeah, and then we can use that then to transport all the sand down. We can also like hook up the coal, I guess, eventually. Really need to do that right now, though. We can leave that for now, I reckon. The coal hookup we can leave. But what we can't leave is the... we do need the SAM to be hooked up on this. Because we want to get the SAM down here. I don't think we'll put the SAM in this building. I don't think we'll do SAM in there. Not yet, at least. I don't think that it doesn't technically need. See, I don't know if that's the right idea or not. I also use these ones instead so we don't use up as much plates. There you go. Get like that. Much closer does that make me? Which is that? No. Ooh, that's terrifying. Okay, this is still gonna take quite some time to get down. Because as we're going further down, we're also getting... Well, the further down we go, and the lower, farther the ground's getting as well. Why did you do that? Dude, come on. There we go. That. No, let's not do that. That's a bad day. Too steep. Then again, okay, I can't press F and thing at the same time because it will kick me off. Nope. There. Cool. That's a steep one. How much that shave off? Let's see. Ooh, a nice 13 lower. Nice. Granted, we're probably adding a few conveyors on now, considering everything here. Considering this ground drops, and there's technically a cliff here. Nope. 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 There we go. This one isn't escaping. That's only escaping off 3. Maybe because it's too close. There you go. Nice. Now let's place one here. Can we actually hook up? That's too long. Yeah, so let's just build what, midpoint there. Then we can hook that up to where? Not there. There you go. And just like that. And just like that, we now have, instead of needing to use elevators, we have a nice, oh, I just fell. We have a nice long conveyor line instead. Now to climb all the way up myself, it'll take me a few seconds because it is rather high. Also, when I get up here, I want to have a look what this looks like. It should look quite cool actually. Also, really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I'm going off. Bye. Yep, no problem. Have a good day. Look at that zoom. That would be a slide and a half. And then it hooks up down there, and then that will also run whatever we decide to hook this up. Look at that. Zoom, 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 zoom. That's amazing. Actually, we made quite a good job of that, actually. And so we have that down there instead of that. Because that works on one item. But think about if we wanted like 4 or 5 different items coming down here. That's going to get cluttered very quickly. My fault. There you go. And with that, I think we want to go connect Sam. And the Sam is miles away. It's miles away, it's only over here. What do we need for this one? Oh, we've done it already. Cool. Sam should be here. Yeah, there he is. Sam's right there. Gonna have a nice conveyor line over the water, I think. Which is, will you make it over there? No, you will not. Let me find a nice middle patch. Also, I can't even drag it. I can't have buildables out when I'm in water. Yep. 1000 goes there. Build into 3. What's that? Gosh, you don't want to build it that way. That's the wrong way to build it. We want it coming. Oh, what are you kidding? Really, dude? You had one job and you jump over it. There. We'll need that one, I don't suspect. That. Yeah, there you go. And then what type is this? Impure. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, then we go special, crafting bench. And we craft up some of these. If we get a tier 2, it'll have better production then. And I also want to put these down. But we need to place 2 of these. Like that. And that being the case, now we can pop in section. Nope, not tier 1. Tier 2. Like this. Like that. And that was about 60 per minute. That's. So that's only 30 per minute as default. That is kind of bad. Where's a good place to grab a power line from? Maybe you might be a worthy place to grab a power line off of. You'll do. What on earth? Oh, I got no cables. You kidding me? I came all the way up here with no cables. Oh, I really hope I left them up here. I don't want to run all the way back to them just for cable. Oh, when did they even run out of cable? I don't know. Ah, typical. So typical. There you go. We should have some up here. Yeah, we do. We have some. Okay, more than enough. Thank goodness. I don't want to travel all the way back down to come all the way back up here again. That would have sucked. Okay, so what I want to do now is just grab this. Go over here. Swim up it. Grab this. And we mix it across nice. And we can also power this up double. So we can get plenty of it. Don't need that though. And with that being the case, we should probably now get it all hooked up. And like that. That. Get back up on top because I fell off it, which is going to be happening a lot as it always does because I'm very clumsy. Think up that. Where's the top? There you go. And let's place the next one in, let's say there. There you go. And then let's go for here. Like that. No, we can do that. It's just from here, and we can connect up to the other one we have going. So right here, we've got one going in here. So what we can do is just we can got one thing here. We can connect that up to here. Well, if this has one, you can put in another one. Which is very handy because it makes everything a little bit more organized and having millions of these things going in every direction. Okay, game, cut it out. Me, there. There you go. And number 2 here. I think it is probably the last one we use, isn't it? Yep. Okay, can we get that connected there? Yes, it will. Cool. Now this Sam should now be on its way all the way down to our base. Oh, that's gonna break my legs if I land. Where should we build our Sam factory? We need a spot just for Sam. And we need more reinforced place. I think up here should be alright. Yeah, just in the meantime, as we don't really need it mass produced, I'd rather not have it in this factory. I think. At least for the time being. I can always, since all this building would be is just a constructor, I don't really care too much if we have to take it down for new plans. But I'll do in the meantime. There you go. And let me grab a power pole. Right up here. Cool, 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 cool. So, first order of a deal is to craft this stuff into the reanimated Sam. Oh my goodness, that's expensive. Well, I'm glad I, you know, upgraded it and doubled it. That's very expensive. You know, I was thinking we maybe have a few convey. I was at least thinking 3. Nope. Guess it'll be just the 1. That is a lot more expensive than I was thinking. Maybe there you go. Reanimated Sam. That's insanely expensive. Well, I'm glad I didn't go and do this in a factory, because I really wouldn't need to do it in a factory. With storage like that. Production, logistics, here. What that put it at? 120 to 30, yikes, that is terrible conversion rate. At least it does craft kind of fast. Okay, with that being the case, how much did we need for our next research project? I guess I'll put the map up here. Other researching stuff. Alien technology, we need 10. I need wire and 100 steel pipes. Am I able to craft... Uh-oh. Am I able to craft steel pipes? How much? 72. Let's just craft these up real quick. Then we can go grab some more steel and craft more up as well. And then... And then what? That's the question. Do I set up... Do I get the extra steel returned into steel pipes up there? That might be worth it, because we don't really need straight up steel. Yeah. That might be an idea. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, that might be an idea. So what we're gonna do... Okay, let me just... No, don't disconnect that. Disconnect this. Disconnect this. I think that's what, like 30 per minute? Like that. That's 30 per minute. Yeah, okay, and that should actually perfectly produce all the access into those. And we need to hook this up. Okay, agro bathing power is more important than having 0. But I'm missing power already. Here, connect here. There you go. Now you should start making pipes for me. Oh, I am way too much. Let me just knock some of these into the sink. And I think I'll do. Yeah, some these into the sink. We also don't need all these on me either. Also don't want that. Actually, may as well upgrade that as well. We can quickly empty it. This looks so cool. I can't wait to get the whole factory built with all the side adjustments all in properly, so that everything attaches very cleanly into the factory. Okay, alien technology. We need to grab more of that, and I also need to grab wire. This is something I need to rethink as well. This is getting messy. Well, it's become messy. I just hooked. Yeah, I need to redo that as well. Yeah, so much to do, so much to do. 100 already? Nice. Alien. Sam. Oh yeah, I need to craft more pipes. They call this more pipes. go. Technology. Research. Done.
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter-to-energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry, matter, and mind and melody.
Okay, whatever that means. Okay, cool. So now we want to start producing the next level, which is that in here. No, it is not. So what is it do we need for these? So it must be the assembler. No. How do we craft that? Foundry? No. Nope. So what? I'm confused now. What we need? Satisfactory. Oh, we can't do that yet. We can only manually craft it. So how much do we need? 11 there. So only 22. Yep. Okay, we can't actually automate that yet. We don't have the thing that lets us put 3 ingredients into one thing. That's interesting. We have to hit here and manually craft it. Not the problem though. We just need to get we need to be able to, we need 21 for everything. Why am I no longer making it? Oh, I ran out of, oh, actual this stuff. How much now? Is that enough? 22, yeah, I do. I just need 21 of it. Also, if you look, it's glitching. My inventory so often. Some fluctuates able to regulate and direct the behavior of the animated. The SAM fluctuate is able to regulate and direct the behavior of the animated SAM through the application of electrical charges with varying frequencies. This control facilitates technology such as matter-to-matter and matter-to-energy conversion and spatial matter manipulation. Ooh, nice. Good. Oh, we need a immersive sphere. I think we should have immersive spheres down here. You know, I've never used immersive sphere. I have them. I've collected them before, and I've collected lots of them. A bang. Oh, you're lucky. I don't have a bullet. Oh, rebar. Okay. Here you go. Immersive sphere. Only 8. I guess that's still more than enough. 8 is better than none. This is interesting. I never did this tech. That's one thing I neglected last time I played. I say last time I played. We are probably beyond what I was last time. And there's 2 of us last time. Alien megafauna and alien technology. Yeah. Research.
Dimensional Depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the Dimensional Depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter, the metal will not bend, the wood will not splinter. Weave.
Interesting. What's this one? Let's look at an alien energy harnessing.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Somersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rot and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Very interesting. Okay. So can we build a dimensional thing now? Organization, dimensional depot. Yeah, we do. We just need more of that reanimated sound fluctuator. Which means we need more steel pipes again. So let's get this crafting. Okay, interesting. This is very interesting. So I never got this dimensional. This might solve our storage problem. Is it infinite storage? That'd be cool. Can we infinitely store stuff in it? Or is it just temporary what we can store in it? Okay, stop there. Let's have a look. Dimensional depot. Ah, but saying that it requires that configure dimensional depot deloader. Drop in here to upload a dimensional depot. Uploading. $15 per minute. Oh, okay. So it turns into that. Only 200 though. That's not that much. So now, if let's say stop that, let me put this in here instead. Oh, it's 200 each item. Oh, that's good. So, but we can't take things out of it. Oh, that's what the purple bucket. Then we got, okay. That's amazing. See, now, we'd need one for every single resource. But I believe these are very... yeah. So we can actually upgrade those using technology. Enables uploading from the inventory. We could get that. Increase stack. So if we get 47. Okay, we got iron. Let me think. Can we get steel plates? Steel plates. Iron rods. Screws. Do we actually need screws on this? I don't feel like we do actually. We never actually use it in any of these, do we? I don't feel like we actually need screws. No, I don't think we do. Okay. I can give it that. So iron. So plates. Plates. Rods. Wire. Copper wire. And copper sheets. Am I forgetting anything else? Rotors, reinforced iron plates, and the thingy majiggies. So it's 7. Okay, we could actually do that. Could we have enough? And then that would also fix our issue of storage. Because then we can directly output all of it into the overflow system. Oh, okay, nice. Although we will have to go on another eventually to get more of these eventually. But that's fine. That's no problem whatsoever. Oh, that's very handy. Why did I never research that before? I don't know. Why we never went through and researched them, I really don't understand. Just craft some more fluctuated SAM. Again, I can't automate this, which kind of sucks, but it's not too bad because we don't need that much of it. After this is done, I think we'll leave this as is, and I think we clean up factory. Yeah, cool. Let's clean up our main factory, I think, for a bit. Yeah, okay. That's the plan. What we're gonna do... This was amazing. That was worth getting into. Alien megafauna. Do we need any of that? None of that's worth doing. Mycelium. Ooh, gas mask. That would be worth doing eventually. Power slugs. We got that. Ports. Again. Radio signal. Radio technology. Obelisk sulfur. Oh, sulfur's a really big tree. We should probably go into that eventually. But at now, let's just get this factory cleaned up. So it starts down there at Hexagon. And let's get back to building. Hexagon. Normal. Where? Hexagon. Let me think, where is this in line with? Yeah, I think over here. Like that, and I would reckon... And I'd reckon right here we'll do that. Cool. Then not concrete wall, but color. Paint these into this color. And then we want to put them here. Let me actually grab this and put this in 2. Yeah, where did these go? These go into there. Rid of that. These and go to those. Then what we want, let's put it to Mark 2s because it's a bit safer. A bet. Put that there. Drop that there. Mark. Mark 2. Put these the wrong way, right around. That. That and grab that. Now you both fucked up. I now can't get out. Come around here. Then we want to have you run into there. And you run into there. Actually, I don't even think there's much need for this though, is there? That. We'll get rid of that. We can just get them straight in like that. There we go. That Mark 1. Mark 1, let's just put the same height as the other one. Same height, right? No, it's one too high now. Okay, stop being special and just go in same height as your friend here. How's that? No, it's done it again. Stop going one too high. Yep, into that, please. Now is that the right height? Yes, it is. Nice. Finally. There you go. Yeah, and then we go into here. That would be hexagon again. I'm gonna have to go back. I can't get up there myself because I didn't want to place. Because it's been funny. Because of course it's been funny. Why wouldn't it be funny? Come on. There you go. Now we think we'll just have this one as that. Simply because it's not much to... How do I get rid of that? They mean that battery? Nope. Just... Let me just demolish that. That back in like that. Concrete this. There you go. All fixed. Then we place these like that. That, like that. Okay, no. That's the next one we need to do. Okay, time to go up there. And get those ones hooked up. And those ones are hooked up. Get these all hooked up, I think. Okay. You guys are kind of important. I don't want to keep you up there for too long. If that's going there, that means you also go in. Just to keep the continuity. Paint these grey. Okay, and we want one here. One here. Obviously, both of you can go on your merry way as soon as you're hooked up. In the meantime, okay. So, bottom is coal, not coal. Bottom is that, okay. Tier 2, okay. Tier 2 here. Go straight into there. Into there. And go to that. Make that there. Go to that. Make that there. There you go. Nice. Nice, and it's all nicely connected in. Then 9, 8, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9, 9. As I was saying, I'm no longer producing steel because all my steel goes straight into those things now. Okay, so what's the level is this? Okay, we need to put these down by 3 levels actually. What's that? Is that right? Is that on level now? Still one too high. Do that. Cool. Does that now mean we're level? This side I think needs to be chopped. Well, I'll say chopped down by 2. It will need to be expanded, but for the time being I want it all symmetrical. Okay, this one will have to... Oh, no, I got flung off. No, it's coming together nicely. Which is, do we clean up this side? Do we clean up this side? That's the question. The answer is probably yes. See, it looks so much better having them in like that. This again looks nice. This here looks nice. And it's practical. This side, yeah, we need to get this done. Okay. Okay, so first off, this needs to be like that and that. Then painted in the fix it in the correct color scheme. Connect there. And then you disconnect that. No. Come on. Please don't fling me. There, disconnect there. Conveyor belt 3 go into there. Conveyor belt. Go there. I'd actually prefer it if it breaks off. Or would it be... It looks kind of... I don't like that being outside. Maybe we have it... Yeah, well, no, maybe we don't have it coming up here. Here we go, we want... What do we start with here again? What's the second floor? Yeah, hexagon. 0, 0. Nope, I don't want it there. 9. See, sometimes they just don't want to snap. 9, 0, 0. So that was probably the right level for that and that. Like that. And then to connect that. Like that, okay. Let's get these lower two hooked in. Okay, so what? Oh, there's a window there. You know, I'm so glad it makes a donk sound. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what happened. Okay, so you two can be quite far away from it, actually, really. It doesn't need to be right on it. Let me just get this so we can actually get up there. Like that, okay. Something like that. Something like this. That's where this one goes. Yep, this one goes here. This, and we can have these connect. Like that. Like that. Like that. Jump up here. Then we can do it like this. Like that. Yeah, this is where we delete this one. We'll delete these inputs. Then we switch. And I want to come down here. Connect that up. No, connecting this to the wrong one, aren't I? Which one do I connect? For goodness sake. Can't even get through here. Which one does it connect into? Which goes into here, which goes into here. This is a splitter. Merger. Must be this one actually. Oh, it's not a split, isn't it? No, it must be this one. Yeah, it must. Oh, it must be, yeah. I should really pay more attention what I was taking apart. If something breaks, we also know why now. Okay, and then everything here. We can go to that. We can get up here. Move it into there. Move it into there. Then this would come underneath. Maybe have it come in by that side. Organization, logistics. Nope, there. Like that. And then hopefully we can use that and run it all the way up. It's already becoming so much cleaner. Just by getting the inputs cleaned up. Okay, so this then comes here. Granted, this would be a little bit messy, but it's not on site. And we can just jump over here, run up here. Then we can stop this. Set the blooming conveyor in the wrong way. Of course I did. Go to that. All the way up here, 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 all the way up here. Then jump off here, conveyor here. Default position. Run this. And you. With you. Like that. Oh, I don't need to. There you go. Do that. We go on, these shoot up here. Okay, now it's back on the go again. Nice. Now we can clean up this mess out here. Like that. That's good. We don't want to go to that power line. Okay, we can go to that. We can get rid of this hideous thing. Nope, I said get rid of this hideous thing. And that looks again so much cleaner. Yeah, it's a bit of sketchy junction coming in, but that's fine. doesn't look bad. That's the main thing. We don't technically need that one up there anymore, because none of those are being used for importation, so we don't need it. We don't need it anymore. Right here it would then be normal. And frame, normal, frame, normal, frame, normal, frame, normal, frame, normal, frame, normal, frame, and frame. There we go. Oh, one more on top of that too. There you go. Ah, so much cleaner now. Can we get under? Can we get the under? What's it? Whoosies? The upside down ramps. Maybe I can do that from here actually. Special. Some shop. Can I do some shop from here? Oh, missing screw. I'm missing 5 screws. Okay, so actually no, we do need. Is that like the only thing we need screws for? I don't know. Okay, let me go. Organization, foundation walls, equipment, foundations, ramp, inverted ramp sets. There you go.
Where would we be without foundations? Probably a bit lower.
Yes, you are right there. Probably just a bit lower. We need that there. Okay, I just want to put this in. Foundations, inverted. And like that. I guess better. Keeps a nice look about it. Okay, next. Next, I think would be, yeah, because all this is in place now. Noise, okay. Well, granted, we do need to think of a front. I don't know what to do about the front here. As much as the open kind of cool, I do want to close it up. But how is the question? Now, how do we want to close up the back? Obviously, we want windows because being able to locking is amazing. Because we want to see all the machinery. How exactly do we want to go about? How do we want to go about closing it? I do think maybe want something like that there. Definitely. Maybe that there. Maybe actually no, instead of these. We could place in these. Then let's go here. that. Then put in that. Maybe except for there, maybe? Like that. Or maybe we just leave that. It's all like that. Great, I didn't want to do that. I gotta go to that. These in. And concrete up. There you go. That's a start, I guess. Maybe we could put in inverted. No, I want a half inverted ramp, not the entire inverted ramp. We could probably stick. Maybe a pillar like that. Okay. That works. Okay, and that's not half bad. Because, you know, that is where the floor would end. Put railings up there. Maybe we just have one big window. How much is that? 9. Maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, let's go grab some more. Let's just get this back finished. And by getting the back finished, then we'll move on to the next thing I want to do, which is clean up some of the overdraft, overfillings, the overdrafted stuff. How's this doing? Yeah, no incoming because it's full to the brim. Okay, and I also need some more of these. Cool. We're getting there though, and it's coming together nicely. How does that look? Yes, it's looking amazing. We can put these in. Well, billing out to this is a bit on the fancy side, but I don't really care. Okay, clipped a bit there, but that's fine. We get it looks built, while also allowing us to get a nice view in. Cool. Okay. Now that's all done. I want to We put a door in here, but we don't actually have a door yet. We don't have doors yet. Okay. This is the thing. Everything should be running 24/7. But the issue is that we don't have the room to do that. So what I want... Okay, what's going to be the best way to do this? Again, we're going to have the same issue again, can't we? Because even with, let's say, dimensional storage, even with how this works, that isn't going to solve my issue, is it? My issue is the fact that these are overloading, because this simply cannot keep up with the input. But it's doing what it was meant to. But my issue is, how can I... Okay, let's do my head in. How can I fix this? How can I fix this issue? I thought I'd be able to fix it with this. I don't think it's as simple as that. Why are these not crafting? Oh, the end rod? Wait, what? Oh, I've just never connected you up. Okay, well that's weird. That's when I've done that, but oh well. You have no iron rods. Why don't... Yeah, why don't you have iron rods hooked up? I must have accidentally destroyed the... conveyor, because that's not on connected. There you go. Okay, now that should be working again. But how can I... Yeah, because the issue we have is they don't overproduce, but... Well, they are... But... Excuse me. Okay. So let's try to get a solution built here. So when this is built, transportation, let's just you on to 0. Just probably figure this out. We're going to split this. We split this into a splitter. Split into a splitter, we now have 3 ways for it to go. If we then were to, let's say... Well, you know, issues here, we can merge this. But what would be the benefit of doing that? We'll merge it back and everything goes into this merger. So it goes into it and it does everything. So we'd want it to pull... Oh, I've got an idea. So let's go for a splitter into a splitter. So here we have another splitter. Like that. Markham goes into there. That goes into there. And we want... No, because that's not gonna work. We want this left one to be high input. No, that's middle. Middle, highest, put that low input. Then BB, then there. No, but if that's the left input. Let's see, does this work? I don't think it will. Yeah, it doesn't, because it then will also put out there. Yeah, because there's no way of really doing that, is there? What's going to be the best way of... Let's see if I can find any information. Let's see. That is... Can't spell... No, factory... What's it called? What's it called again? Priority merger. Uses. The merger interface is primarily used to manage the flow of items in a set factory setting. It allows for one uses. Prioritize material. It can be set to prioritize local production over imported items, ensuring local items are used first. Okay, avoid over. By setting a higher priority on the center input, it can prevent the center input from being overloaded with items, which can happen with standard mergers. It helps in optimizing energy consumption by ensuring that more valuable items are merged first, reducing overall consumption. Complex production processes. It is particularly useful in complex production processes where different items have different power consumption rates. Emanating mergers. Emanating priority mergers. Players can emanate priority mergers using splitters and mergers for more complex and routing of items. The priority merger is a valuable tool for players to optimize their factory layers and improve efficiency of their design issues. How to priority merger. Can emanate them. Imitate them using a lot of splitters and mergers. Put 5 mergers in a row without output all facing one direction, e.g. north. How to build belt compressors. But I don't want that. Functions, let's see what it's saying. I tested new primers, either I'm stupid or find it is not really well thought out. I tried different combinations as I have one more level to high priority, only if I don't come out. 1 to level high priority. 1 on 2, 1 on 3, 1 2 3. Only the high priority comes out the merger. Okay. Only if there's 3 speed possibly on the belt. Let's low input gets a go. So if you're high prof, let's say tier 1 belt for 5 items, and there's 5, you could fill 5 items from another belt, but it should never block the main belt, so you use the priority merger. Second belt awaits every time till one of the 5 guy comes and the main belt never gets stuck. Situation is actually really useful. Where ordinary mergers just cram things on the belt in roughly equal proportion, causing the busier input belt to melt down. If the merge belt can't quite handle the new total, priority mergers allow you to essentially say, I don't want a belt A to slow down at all, but I do want it topped up from belt B to the max it can handle. To achieve this, you simply put on a higher priority. Okay, if I'm in stock processes, by default you need more silica than used, but if you don't use our production, it backs up and chokes the system. By using polymers, you can recycle that at a high priority. You can feed in extra silica without worrying about anything backing up or calculating any ratios. Yeah, okay. we can't really do that. That won't before we want overflow splitter. Programmable splitter. Bone space and upgraded versions. Yeah, we can't get that. Process upgraded splitter cable filtering into handling overflow. Give most advanced items AI limiter. AI limiter smarter can be replaced as soon as. Oh no, we can do it. Okay, we need to get. Okay, that's what we need to do. What we need to do is do the calcium tree. But should we continue streaming or should we end it there? Because it is getting late. Because it is nearly 1 o'clock. So I've only been streaming for 3 hours, but it is a tad late. I was saying I won't be streaming now. Well, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but I probably wouldn't do this. So let's just get that researched. And after that's researched, I think we call it a day. Also, when I'm at, I guess I'll grab. Let me just go organization. Let that down. We've got to keep that. Put that way. Put that way. Put that way. Put that way. This away. All this. Well. Some of this thing can go in like that, for example, can go in the scrapper, into the sink, that can go in the sink, that can go in the sink. Okay, cool. We definitely made some nice progress. Our base is our factory's looking a lot nicer. A lot more organized. I think it's on top of one of these. There we go. That's why I like the parachute. You can do crazy stuff like that. Why I hate hate that we get flung sometimes. Also, I'm lagging, which is weird. And of course, I didn't bring any ammo. I don't have iron rods, so I can't even. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go all the way over here to go grab some more. Well, that's look cool. That looks so much cleaner. And even need to clean up all of this over here as well. Get everything looking that much nicer, I think is the idea. There you go. And I want to grab, I should be one of these. Is this one? Yeah. It's it. All the way back up again. Yeah, see these are locking up. I think the calcium, just get started on it, I think. We can then continue it in our next Satisfactory stream. And then I think, yeah, what am I streaming tomorrow? That's the question. Has to be, I probably won't do this because I can't be up as late. I like doing Satisfactory when I got time. because it's a very much thinky game. Being stuck on a time limit doesn't really work for that. There you go, that sorts that out. That's a pure as well, nice. All I need is 50. Well, this stuff we could use with back. Do we want to automate this in the fight? No, I don't think we do. But this stuff is definitely going to be useful. Maybe we find some better recipes we can. There's the gas. Gas must be great so we can start traversing that stuff. And the conveyor line here is doing lovely. Yep. Okay, it's coming together lush, this place has. Let me just... That would be the screenshot for this stream, I reckon. Very nice one. It shows our work on improving the look of the factory. Which is, well, that's only half the stuff we did. The other half was getting the top setup. Which was quite a big one, but, you know, it's done now, so that's that. Well, yeah, I didn't know it's done, isn't it? There was something up there is broke and I completely miscalculated how much I needed or something. Research that, next you're to make that.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked.
Deuterium.
New caterium research available.
What was that? Stun bar. Ooh, actually, you know, that's kind of good. Okay, cool. Okay, I think that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please consider following or subscribing on your representative fandom. That's great, as that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you have done so already, thank you very much. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. We'll be back live tomorrow with probably Doki Doki, and then we will be, yeah, we'll do that. And yeah, I don't know why I can't think. Yeah, that'll be a normal time, 7 to 8. I also have a Discord server which you can join between !Discord over on Twitch or in the description of my YouTube videos. Or the description of the YouTube stream. Yep, so other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.